Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It is Easter Tuesday. Yes, I will be saying Easter Tuesday for the next 48 days, I guess. Because if you did not know, Easter is a really big deal. So, as I said in one of my previous videos, we have every single Sunday in the church is an Easter. It's a mini Easter, where we celebrate the resurrection. And then the Easter season, you know how Lent is 40 days? Well, Easter is 50 days. And it officially ends on Pentecost Sunday, which I think is really cool. So if you did not know, now you know. And I'm a math teacher, so the prefix Penti, that means 50. So Pentecost. Ha! The more you know. Anyway, it is Easter Tuesday, April 14th, the feast day of Saint Benezet, who is the patron saint of Avion, France, bachelors, and of bridge builders. And today's gospel is from John chapter 20, verses 11 through 18. Let's begin in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. But Mary stayed outside the tomb weeping. And as she wept, she bent over into the tomb and saw two angels in white sitting there, one at the head and one at the feet, where the body of Jesus had been. And they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken my Lord, and I don't know where they laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus there, but did not know it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?" She thought it was the gardener, and said to him, "Sir, if you carried him away, tell me where you laid him, and I will take him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabbani," which means teacher or master. Jesus said to her, "Stop holding on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and tell them, I am going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary of Magdala went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and what he told her. Alrighty, so we've got the appearance of Jesus to Mary of Magdala. And we kind of recognize and kind of understand Mary's amount of devotion towards Jesus just by her weeping. Because Jesus saved her life, right? So she led a life of sin. She was a prostitute, right? Which back then, if you were caught for prostitution, you were stoned to death, right? So she was saved by Jesus. Jesus saved her from getting stoned, and then he, transformed her heart towards his and following him in his truth. So he saved her and forgave her from her past life. So she's weeping because he's gone now, right? The one who completely transformed her life. So that's the type of devotion that we need to have if we build that relationship with him. But notice what does Jesus say? He tells her to stop holding on to him. To let go and trust him and trust God's will. So that's something that we need to take note of. And then with that, I'm just going to read verse 14 again, because that kind of stood out, and that'll kind of go straight into the challenge this morning. So verse 14 says, "When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus there, but did not know it was Jesus." Which seems kind of odd, right? How many, and that's something that maybe we don't recognize when Jesus is with us throughout our day or in our thoughts. So how many times has Jesus been with us or worked through others, through their words and through their actions? But just like Mary of Magdala, we simply did not recognize him because we kind of failed to we fail to. So that's the challenge. Let's try to be more aware of what happens to us and for us throughout our day, and kind of let God speak. Um, even if we're by ourselves, if we have moments of fear, maybe that's God telling us that we need to trust Him more. Or if we have anger issues throughout our day, or we get upset, maybe that's God speaking to you to be a little bit more patient, and try to grow in those virtues of faith. So there's our gospel reading this morning. Have a great Tuesday, everybody, and God bless. Amen. In the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen.